How many hours have you wasted on prompt templates that just do not deliver? I tested over 50 popular templates, most failed. Today, I am giving you the 7 that actually work, with real examples and exact formatting. Let's fix your prompt game. You are copying broken prompts. These 7 are all you need. Think of Claude's usual answers as a well-traveled tourist map. This template is the expedition guide that takes you off that beaten path. It forces the model to actively challenge its own first conclusions, drilling down through layers of assumption until it uncovers the truly non-obvious insights hiding beneath the surface. The standard prompt gets you consensus. This command breaks it. You are not asking for confirmation, you are deploying a search party for the arguments that prove you wrong. That friction, that deliberate hunt for contradiction, is where the map gets redrawn and the real discovery begins. This is how you move from what's known to what's actually true. You are tired of bland, recycled results. This template dismantles that. It forces the AI to actively hunt for evidence against your own position. The goal isn't validation, it's confrontation. By rigorously seeking out what challenges you, you bypass the consensus and uncover the non-obvious truths others miss. This is how you find what's actually significant. Forget everything you've been told about AI prompting, most advice is broken. The key insight is that clichés are just predictable patterns. What this means is that to break them, you inject structured chaos. Force the AI into a fresh perspective using a specific archetype like the skeptic or the outsider, and apply tight narrative constraints. This pattern clearly indicates how to bypass the AI's default, recycled responses and spark true originality. Do not just ask for unique writing. You are a director, not a beggar. The template's pacing controls act as an edit bay, forcing deliberate rhythm shifts between frenetic bursts and stark silence. Its tone modifiers are surgical, swapping generic epic for a specific, jarring lens like clinical detachment. This is how you command the machine's voice, shaping raw output into a distinct creative artifact. Think beyond a single scene. This template engineers character consistency, locking in a narrative voice so it cannot drift over 10 pages or 10,000 words. Your protagonist's weary cynicism in Chapter 1 will not inexplicably become wide-eyed wonder by Chapter 3. You are building a story engine, not just generating text. Forget everything you've been told about writing AI prompts. The standard prompts will tell you about syntax or style. Mine goes deeper. The key insight is identifying subtle security flaws in the logic itself, things like improper data validation paths or authorization blind spots that automated scanners often overlook. What this means is you are not just fixing bugs, you are fortifying your entire application against sophisticated attacks from the ground up. The pattern clearly indicates that many code reviews focus on cosmetic issues. Here's what's really happening. This template systematically dissects your code for resource leaks, memory inefficiencies, and blocking operations. It then provides architecture-level recommendations to refactor bottlenecks before they cripple your app's scalability under real user load. You get production-ready resilience, not just clean syntax. But how do you know your clean code is actually readable? The key insight is that clear syntax does not guarantee maintainability. This template provides a readability score and actionable edits, showing you exactly where complexity is hiding. What this means is you can transform dense, puzzling logic into a code base your whole team can understand and extend confidently. Stop using the same failed prompts every expert gets wrong. You know that feeling when a big idea just sits there, fuzzy and overwhelming? The strategy framework builder fixes that. It turns that intangible concept into a concrete, step-by-step execution map. This isn't just theory. You will get a clear path from your initial thought to the final action item, making progress inevitable. This is the crucial shift from planning to reality. The pattern clearly indicates that brilliant strategies often fail at the ground level. What this means is this template preemptively forces you to confront those hidden logistical and human obstacles. You are building a resilient plan, not a fragile wish list, making your execution bulletproof from day one. Think about your last failed launch. The key insight is that we chase outcomes, but rarely define what failure looks like or how to prevent it. This template doesn't just demand success criteria, it forces you to operationalize a worst-case scenario. You are not planning for victory. You are engineering resilience by naming every possible point of collapse upfront. Forget everything you have been told about AI prompts. Now, let's build your foundational understanding. This template forces you to systematically deconstruct any intimidating concept into its core principles and relationships. The key insight is that true mastery comes from creating your own mental frameworks, not just memorizing facts. This method transforms overwhelming information into a clear, actionable knowledge structure you can actually use. What happens when your brain finally clicks? That moment everything connects. That's what this prompt template is for. It forces you to find the hidden bridges between ideas. You stop seeing isolated facts and start seeing the whole system. The result? You build your own powerful understanding from the ground up, making complex topics feel simple. So you can actually use what you have learned. The template does not just explain concepts, it builds pathways for your hands and mind. It asks, what does this look like in practice, and how would I explain this to someone else? This creates a personal, durable competence. You are not just learning, you are installing a skill. Stop wasting time. These 7 proven prompts are all you will ever need. So you are stuck between options, paralyzed by analysis. This prompt forces absolute clarity. The key insight is that you define what actually matters, then it systematically scores every choice against your own criteria. What this means is you move from gut feeling to objective data, instantly revealing the single best path forward for your unique priorities. The hidden cost isn't just the wrong choice, it's the right choice, poorly prioritized. This template forces you to rank your criteria by true importance. The pattern clearly shows the option that sacrifices a minor priority to maximize your top one, which is what most frameworks miss. It builds conviction by proving why the winner won. Do not celebrate your final decision yet. What happens if it goes wrong? This matrix forces you to confront that reality. For every path you might take, it demands you draft the specific, concrete contingency plan. It turns a brittle choice into a resilient strategy, because true clarity means knowing how to recover from every outcome, not just hoping for the best one. Most prompt advice is useless. These 7 templates actually deliver. So you have done the hard work of creating something valuable. This system is your force multiplier. The key insight is that every core idea contains multiple formats waiting to be unlocked. A report can become a script, a strategy session can fuel a newsletter. What this means is you stop creating from scratch and start extracting maximum value from what you already have. This template turns guesswork into a repeatable system. The pattern clearly indicates what your LinkedIn audience wants versus Instagram. The insight? A single key finding can become a tweet, a thread, and a slide. You are not just reposting, you are strategically engineering resonance, dramatically increasing the impact of every piece you create. Ever feel like you are constantly reinventing the wheel for each platform? What if one insight could fuel your entire content ecosystem? The key is systematic adaptation, not simple reposting. This engine builds a recognizable core voice while expertly tailoring the message to each platform's unique language, ensuring your central idea achieves maximum relevance everywhere it appears. These 7 templates solve specific problems most generic prompts miss. Each template's structure forces Claude to deliver deeper, more useful output. You can adapt the core principles to build your own effective templates. Pick one template that solves your biggest pain point and test it with your next Claude session.